Hey guys, what's going on? Today is going to be a different kind of video. I want to show you guys the kind of games that I've got saved to my Xbox and show you guys which ones are really fun, which ones are free, which ones cost a buck, and just try to help you guys have a little more fun here on Xbox Live. So, getting started here, I've got Kingdom for Keflings. Okay, this game is it's more of a relaxed play video game. If you guys played any online role-playing games like this game reminds me mostly of RuneScape. If you've played that, then you know what I mean. And if you haven't, basically what you do is you go around, you gather resources, and you create your own city, your town. It's based in medieval times, as you can see there. You've got a castle. You've got what is that? Some old building type from over in the Western European times. Back in the medieval era, like I said. So what you do is you go around, you cut wood, and you gather resources, this and that, and you've got these paper mills and little factories that you can make, and I think you can raise some kind of livestock and stuff too. There's multiplayer available online, and there's still a few people that play it. This game's come out a long time ago. I think I paid like $5 for it way back when, like 3 years ago, but it might be free or even cheaper now. So if you're into that sort of game, Kingdom for Keflings is probably a good one for you. Moving on here to Aegis Wing. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably dead wrong though. This game is fun. I just downloaded this the other night. This game, what you do is you like it shows right here, you got 4 spacecrafts. That's 4 different players, and I don't know if it has a single player mode, but I played online. I played one game and I was blown away. I was like, holy crap, this is fun. You've got special abilities, special bullets you can shoot. It's kind of like a Space Invaders kind of deal, or like Asteroids, except you're moving from one side of the map to the other. It's a 2D scroll kind of gameplay, but it's got good graphics. It's not real bad and old school like Super Nintendo stuff. It's newer age kind of graphics, and there's explosions and weapons and guns and bullets and lasers and nukes and shields, and you can form a super ship by joining all 4 ships together and get even more weapons and stuff. So it's really cool. It's wave based. I believe when I played on multiplayer online there, you get these certain maps, whatever, right? And when you start your map, you get all the way through, you fight off all these enemies and stuff, and at the end there's a boss. And so, that was pretty fun. It seemed like a really, really cool kind of game type, and if you're looking for something like a family game, this would be it. It's pretty dang fun for everybody. I don't think you'd have to be very skilled at all. Like I said, I just hopped on and played, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. So, great game there. Moving on, let's go Applejack. Applejack is a slower played game, much slower. It takes a lot of patience. It's kind of like a puzzle game in a way. It's kind of like those games you play on your computer or something. You've got these different tactics to get through each level. It's kind of based like that. And what you do is you roll around and you jump on apples and you try to get certain things in certain areas. This and that. It's another 2D scroll game, but it's pretty fun, and there's loads of levels, and they get exponentially harder as you get higher. I think there's like 50 levels. The highest I ever got was about 32, and then I just gave up because I don't have enough patience for that sort of thing. But if this kind of game is what you're looking for, you might really enjoy playing some Applejack. Moving on here to Beat Hazard. Actually, this is one of my favorite games. It's not good in a competitive or an RPG kind of way. It's just really, really fun. There's lights, there's explosions, there's everything you could possibly ask for as far as if you were watching somebody play a game. I think I would enjoy watching somebody play this just as much as I enjoy playing it. It is just total eye candy. So, if you like to see things visually, this is the game for you. And what it does is it takes the music off your hard drive from your Xbox, and it actually creates entire levels from your music. Enemies spawn. This is basically Space Invaders, or what is that? Asteroids, but big time like upgrade from Asteroids. What it does is it spawns enemies according to the way your music plays, and your bullets affect the enemies according to the way your music plays. colors and this and that change. Bosses come all according to the way that that certain song you're listening to plays, and the round is over when the song is over. So, like I said, this is a really fun one. If you guys want, you can buy this. I believe this was $1 when I got it about a year ago, so it might even be free now. There is a Beat Hazard 2 out, so then again, obviously it's probably even free now. I don't know it, but nevertheless, it only cost me $1. So this is a really good one to check out. Breath of Death. What is that? 6. This is like an old regular Nintendo game. I don't know if it actually was at one point or not, but I wouldn't doubt it. But it's pretty good. It's an RPG. What you do, it's kind of like Pokemon in a way, except it came out long before Pokemon. So you get these members, they join your party. You guys you roam a world and defeat bosses, and you're on this big giant quest, and it's a 2D scroll game, but you're looking at it from the top view like Pokemon. And these guys, they follow you around, and you walk into battles just like Pokemon. But it's fun. It's pretty fun. It's an RPG. It's not high action or nothing. It's you got to use your head a little bit. So that's a good one. And this Call of Duty Elite, that obviously that's just Call of Duty Elite that I got downloaded to my Xbox. Ghost, that's what I've got in my tray right now. Castlevania. This is my favorite downloadable content game. If you guys never played this, Symphony of the Night, I guess let me break it down for you. It's an RPG. It's pretty long. The fastest I ever got through it was 20 hours. It's another 2D scroll game. You got to get through the whole castle, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's a lot to it. There's numerous bosses. They're huge. They're awesome. They have different abilities. You've got magical powers you can use. There's swords. There's some swords that got different magical uses. You got to figure out the button combos to use, and they're not super complicated. It's pretty simple. And the graphics, they're just like 360 graphics, but on a 2D scroll game. So it's pretty gnarly that way. I mean, the whole Castlevania thing itself, I like the music, the theme, I like it all. So for me, this is one of my favorite games ever on Xbox here. So if you guys want to check that out, I definitely tell you, go for it, because it's sweet. There's a demo that you can download, but don't get discouraged by the demo like I did. It's kind of tough to figure out what you're supposed to do, but in the demo, just to help you guys out quick here, if you're going to actually decide to download the demo and play this, in the demo, the save rooms are the rooms that are in red, and it's got like a beating, what the hell would that be called? It's like a 3D hexagonal shape, and it's beating like a heart. You just walk up to it and hit up on the D-pad, and it'll save. I didn't know that, so like I would die, and then I'd have to restart all over, and it wasn't any fun. But once you know that, then you can die and start right there where you saved, obviously. So makes the whole demo version a lot more fun, because it doesn't tell you that it's a save point. It's just a weird looking room with red carpet, so but you'll see it if you guys download that. That's your save point. But anyway, let's move on. Crimson Alliance, I played this for a little bit the other day. It's free to download, but then again, it costs like $20 to unlock the characters fully, and the game seems pretty fun. It seems pretty cool. There's only one view that you can look down on. You can adjust the view slightly one direction or another. It is a 3D game. It's not a first person. It's a third person game. And like it shows there, you can be a wizard, you can be a swords person, or you can be basically a tank. And they've got all their own. They got all their own special abilities, and it's just a role-playing game. So you make your way from point A to point B and take on numerous enemies and bosses and that sort of thing. So if you guys want to check that out, like I said, it's free to download. It's a pretty fun game. Crash Course here, this is a family game, and it's actually pretty fun. I think people who haven't really played Xbox can pick up the controller and play this and have some good fun with it too. So if you're looking to break out the Xbox at your next family gathering or something, and you want to have some fun with some friends or some cousins, or your cousin's parents or whomever, everybody could have fun on Doritos Crash Course 2. And I believe it's online compatible as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I know it does. What it is it's a time-based game. There's levels, different levels, and each level there's a time you got to run from one side of the map to the other. And like I said, it's time-based, and you can compete against your friends' times that you have on your friends list. and it shows you what their times are and everything. So it's a pretty fun little game. There's lots of nooks and crannies to it. There's absolutely nothing that's inappropriate for a 6-year-old or anything. It's very family oriented, so that's a really good game for family stuff. So moving on, Epic Dungeon, another one of my favorites. It's very old school. It's very 2D. It's a scroll game, much like Pokemon or like the previous game. You're looking down from bird's eye view, and you're in dungeons, and you just keep going down and down and down, further and further. Every floor you go down, you get money, but you have to keep spending money to keep getting stronger, because the enemies keep getting stronger, and there's bosses, and you just got to keep going until you get to the end. In the end, there's like 50 floors, but like the last 2 floors are almost always the same. There's a variation of like 3 different kinds of different floors. So I mean, at the bottom, it's crazy, and it's a lot of fun to see how far you can get, and it shows a high score leaderboard there on the main menu right before you start to play. So it's just a lot of fun. There's different items you can pick up, and potions and swords and weapons and abilities and this and that. So you've got magic and different special moves with swords and hammers, spin moves, and ground crushing effects. There's different things you can do, so it's a pretty fun little game. Cool little RPG, level based. So moving on, Happy Wars. Most of you guys should probably know about Happy Wars. It's a free game. It's very, very fun. The way they make their money, though, is if you want to buy different items. What you do is you get a character, and you just keep upgrading and upgrading your character, and you play on these online games like Call of Duty. They're different matches, and it's like a 8v8 or something like that. I don't remember, but what you want to do is you want to capture the different territories until the game's over. And I think there's a couple different game types. There might be a capture the flag or a king of the hill kind of thing, but it's third-person based, and you're up high in the air. It's not quite bird's eye view, but it's pretty fun. There's special moves, there's special abilities, there's power-ups on the map that you can get, and you can just straight devastate people, and it's a lot of fun to go on rampages on Happy Wars here. So that might be something you guys are interested in. It might not be, I don't know, but like I said, it's free to download, so if you want to try it out, feel free. I thought it was pretty fun when I played it. Moving on, Harm's Way. It's a real simple game. It's like a race game, and as you can see there, you got a car and you got a turret. Now there's 2 sides. You're either racing against the other 6 people, or you're in the turret and you get to shoot the people who are racing. And if you get blown up, you're out of the race. You lose, and the turret, whoever's on the turret, they win. And it's kind of hard to win if you're on the turret, but it is possible, and it's a lot of fun. You can distract people. You can make them mess up, miss, plant bombs in their way. So it's a pretty fun little game. Like I said, though, it's really simple. The graphics are real shoddy, but I mean, it works. It's a fun game, though. Moving on, Hexic HD. Most of you guys know what Hexic HD is. It's just a simple, connect the colors and things explode like Tetris in a way. It's a pretty fun little tactical game. If you're into that sort of thing, check it out, definitely. But there's really nothing more to explain about it. That's really what it is. You connect your colors and things explode, and you get combos, and more stuff explodes, and you go on to different levels, and it just keeps going and going and going, and it's so fun. It's addictive too. So if that's your sort of game, check it out. This was free also, as well as Harm's Way. That was also very free. And moving on, we got Minecraft. Everybody knows what Minecraft is. It's just fun, good down-home entertainment. And no, it's not free if you didn't know that, but there's a free demo you can download to check that out too. Risk Factions, the demo for this, which is free, is actually pretty widespread. It's a really good demo. It lets you really experience this game for what it is. Risk Factions, what it is it used to be a board game. I mean, it still is, but they changed it into a video game, kind of like you got Monopoly on Super Nintendo or on Xbox. I think they even got Monopoly, But this is Risk, and they added their own thing. They call it Risk Factions. So there's a little more added to it, but it's still really fun. It's highly an RP, or not an RPG, but it's highly a thinking game. It's relaxed, it's enjoyable. You sit there and you think. You try to overcome your 1 to 4 other enemies. Opposing players. You try to overcome them by conquering all their land. There's different tactics for a lot of things. It's just all around. It's a really, really good thinking game, strategy game. So if you guys are into those sort of things, that's a good one for you. And to buy the game, I think it was $5, $4.99. So pretty cheap. You got hours of relaxation and just heavy thought process trying to make things work. So I like that sort of thing. That's pretty fun. And Shoot Many Robots. My brother's friend came over the other day and he says, "Hey, you gotta check this game out. It's free." So I said, "All right." I checked it out and I was shooting, having a lot of fun. And what it is another 2D scroll game, but there are loads and loads and loads of different levels, bosses, characters to kill. Every round you got to upgrade your guns because they get stronger, and you got to keep getting stronger, and you got to collect all their what they drop is nuts, like nuts and bolts, and you got to collect the nuts, and they're like your currency. So what you are is you're just a guy going around shooting and destroying robots all the time, and it's just so fun, and it's like it never stops. So if you're into this sort of thing, it's kind of like Zombies almost, but a 2D scroll game with levels, multiple levels. If you're into that sort of thing, check it out. It's another free one, and it's pretty fun. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you'd like me to show a couple other video games on here. I know there's a bunch more free ones that are really good. There's a couple of them that I specifically can remember, but I don't remember the names to. I never got a chance to re-download them. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys enjoy your Xbox experience a little bit better. And let me know what you thought. Let me know if I should add any or get rid of any, or tell me what you think about some of these. Let me know if you played a few. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, guys. Peace.